looking back on it, what's your take of the Jimmy Butler trade 1 year later? Would you still have pulled the trigger?
Absolutely not. If Jimmy's going to leave after 2 years of blowing this whole thing up, getting rid of a talented Zach LaVine, coming off an injury or not, he wasn't like going to regress that far. Chris Dunn did okay for the Bulls last year.
And he's still young.
And he's still young. I mean, I would not have ever done this trade had I known that a year later we're already going to have this talk in the locker room, and it's just not going to work out at all.
And even they should have had that talk months ago. So this isn't just something that popped up out of the blue. This has been something that people have been going over for a very long time. So I don't know. I don't know if I pulled the trigger looking back on it. I know I know a close friend who was really upset when they traded LaVine because he was a huge LaVine guy, and I was like, but we got Jimmy. He's like, I don't know. I like LaVine's upside. And if you're going to ask me who's the better NBA player, obviously it's Jimmy Butler. But at the same time, if you only get Jimmy Butler for 2 years, whereas you get LaVine for more, I mean, that's a no-brainer at this point. We got Shane coming in, ready to have your takes. What do you got coming in?
Guys, I'm not happy with this news. I personally enjoyed the first trade when we got the update. Jimmy Butler on draft night was traded. I mean, I don't think there was a Timberwolves fan that wasn't a little bit giddy, excited of what could have happened. Reuniting him with Tom Thibodeau, that's literally, there was talks all over it. It's the perfect scenario. I mean, looking at it now, just like Ian said, I wouldn't pull the trigger, and it wouldn't even be a thought because it's obvious Jimmy Butler doesn't want to be here. We gave up Zach LaVine coming off an injury. Easily could have kept him. With the fit that we had of LaVine, Towns, and Wiggins, I think that's just a trio we should have kept together. Chris Dunn had a letdown of a year, but I mean, how much playing time and how much actual look was he going to get at by Tibbs? Tibbs wasn't playing him. And then just to throw in Lauri Markkanen. Sorry if I butchered that, but
that's the one thing I forgot.
These are his stats
Yeah.
as a rookie. 68 games played, 29, basically 30 minutes, 15 points, 43% field goal percentage, and I'm just going to show you, and a 36 3-point. This is coming from a power forward spot who's also putting up 7.5 boards. We just basically gave him away and traded that pick for now Justin Patton. Just to touch on, Justin Patton has a broken foot.
Yeah.
So Justin Patton will not be playing for us in the near future.
He wasn't going to play for us this year anyways because Tom Thibodeau doesn't play his rookies.
Now that's just just to put in the we need spacing on our team. And another one, we gave up a power forward that shoots 43% from the field and 36 from three-pointer. We just basically gave him to the Bulls. Sitting at this spot, it's almost
an area that we were short on depth in last season as well.
Yeah, and hindsight obviously is 2020. Obviously, knowing what we know now, we do that. But it's like Shane said, at the time, it was like, yes, let's go, let's do this, let's win it. And basically, we knew that in Tibbs' first year, we knew that obviously the defense wasn't playing very well, and we knew the players probably weren't buying into his system. So you bring a player like Jimmy in, and honestly, what I thought Jimmy was going to do was going to be the guy who's like, okay, here's how you play under Tibbs, here's what you do. If Tibbs says this, don't worry about that. Tibbs really means this. And basically, all Jimmy's been doing has just been Tibbs 2.0, and has just, instead of helping mentor these young guys, hasn't really helped them along. And I know there was a fan on Instagram over the summer who said Jimmy's got to help lead these guys, and Jimmy basically said, I'm not going to do that, basically because he said they don't want to be led by me kind of feel. And I don't know who's to blame for that, if that's Cat and Wiggins, but at the same time, if you're Tibbs, why... This should be easy. You should be telling Jimmy, knock it off. Cat and Wiggins are our future. You're here as a good player to help them develop. And I don't know. Basically, Cat is the future of this team, and the fact that Tibbs last year would put him to the wayside for Butler so much.